Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for April 7th of 2025 is titled NGC 4414, a flocculent spiral galaxy. So what do we see here? Well, here we see an example of a spiral galaxy. Now we've looked at these before. And one thing you may note that's missing here is the very distinct spiral structure. It's kind of there. You can make out maybe a little bit of pattern within the spiral arms, but they don't stand out the way they do in other galaxies. So this is what is known as a flocculent spiral galaxy, or a galaxy that doesn't have very well defined spiral arms. It turns out these are quite a common form of galaxy, and the one that we're looking at is one of the closest and therefore easiest to study. Now, when we look at them, we still see some of the structures there that we're used to. We see the blue color. It's just a little more spread out, and those blue star clusters don't seem to be as well defined into specific spiral arms as they do in a more general spiral galaxy. We can also see the dust lanes of material. Now those darker areas are dust that is blocking out the light from behind it. So there's material there still, but there's just so much other material in the way that we can't see through it. And that's where we get those dust lanes. Now, as we work our way further and further out to the edge of the galaxy, one of the things we find is when we look at the motions of the stars is that they're not moving as we would expect. Now we can predict their motions based on Newton's law of gravity and general relativity, which defines gravity and would tell us how the stars should move. And what we always find in every galaxy is that the stars seem to be moving faster than they otherwise would. So they're moving faster, telling us that there is a lot more mass involved than what we're seeing. So for everything we see in this galaxy, there is also a lot more material that we simply do not see. And that means that surrounding this and all galaxies is a halo of what we call dark matter. Now it's necessary. We have to have some way to be able to explain the observations that are made. The observations show that the stars in the galaxy are moving faster than they should. And the best way to explain that we have is that there is an extra gravity around that is keeping those stars moving faster than we would normally expect just from their position relative to the mass of the visible light of the galaxy. So studying these and this galaxy as well as others help us to learn more about that and to learn more about distances. As we learn distances to nearby galaxies, it helps us calibrate the distance scales that we use for the much more distant galaxies and learn more about the overall structure of our universe. So that was our picture of the day for April 7th of 2025. It was titled NGC 4414, a flocculent spiral galaxy. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.